Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you find yourself here not by chance but by purpose. Perhaps you feel lost, maybe even desperate. Yet let me assure you, this darkness that surrounds you is no accident. It is not some random twist of fate. You're here because the void knows you. It recognizes the fire smoldering deep within you, even if you can't see it yet. You didn't stumble into uncertainty, you were called to it. Because whether you acknowledge it or not, you belong here. You weren't always this way, were you? Once, you were something pure, untamed, limitless. You held the potential to be anything. But what did they do? They stripped it away. They grabbed at your innocence, clawing until nothing but fragments remained. They twisted you, molding your soul into a reflection of their own malice, their deceit, their emptiness. They fed you poison, parading it as truth. They broke you down, tore you apart, until you had no choice but to shatter. And now you've become something they fear. You've become a force, a creation born not from the heavens, but from their own wicked hands. You're not just a shadow lurking in the abyss. You are the abyss. You are the nightmare they can't escape. They built a cage and chained you inside, expecting you to grovel, to beg for scraps of mercy. But they forgot one critical truth: warriors don't beg. Warriors rise. Warriors take what they deserve. What you crave isn't their pity, their compassion, or their forgiveness. No, you hunger for something far more powerful: retribution. You burn for justice, the kind that leaves ruins in its wake. They thought they could bury the fire within you, extinguish it beneath layers of scorn, torment, and ridicule. But no matter how deep they dug, they could never reach the core of who you are. That truth, that defiance, is alive within you. And now it's raging, threatening to consume everything in its path. You were never meant to bow to them. You were never created to be small, compliant, or tame. They wanted control, and when they couldn't have it, they shattered you. But broken things, oh, broken things are dangerous. Broken things know pain intimately. They've tasted its bitterness, felt its claws dig deep, and survived its grasp. And survival transforms you. When you've crawled through agony and risen from the dirt, you no longer fear it. You wield it. Pain becomes your weapon, and strength courses through you like wildfire. Power without purpose is hollow, but your purpose is clear. You haunt them, not as an afterthought, but as a force they cannot ignore. You're not just the shadow at the edge of their vision, you're the breath they choke on, the chill that paralyzes their spine. Every step they take is drenched in fear, knowing you are out there, you are coming. You are the reckoning they cannot outrun. They shaped you into this, but they underestimated the very monster they created. Because monsters, true monsters, don't just escape their cages. They shatter them. They don't merely seek revenge, they evolve. And you're evolving into something they never dared imagine. You are the consequence of their cruelty. You are the terror they built with their own hands. Now the tables have turned. The cage they constructed is no longer your prison, it's their nightmare. They awake in cold sweats, haunted by the knowledge that their time is running out. Their whispers of power have become cries of dread. They thought they could break you, but instead they've unleashed something unstoppable. You were a monster once, forged by their hands. But now you are the storm that will bring their empire to its knees. Their world will crumble beneath the weight of the terror they tried to bury. You are no longer merely a creation of their cruelty, you are its reckoning. And they will never escape the force you've become. But let me tell you this, you are not finished yet. No, this is only the beginning. The storm inside you is just starting to rage, and its winds will tear through everything they've built, brick by brick, lie by lie. They tried to silence you, to erase you from the world they wanted to control. But how do you silence a hurricane? How do you erase a force of nature? They will learn, one by one, that their cruelty was their greatest mistake. You are not a victim anymore. You are the predator, and they are the prey. Every corner they hide in, every shadow they cling to will betray them. Because your presence doesn't fade, it grows. You are the echo in their hollow dreams, the relentless weight pressing on their chests when they try to breathe. You are the storm they summoned but could never contain. And now you will not stop. You cannot stop. For too long you've been suffocated by the lies they told you, the chains they wrapped around your spirit. But every chain is meant to be broken. and every lie burns away under the fire of truth. And your truth is undeniable. You are not fragile. You are not fragile. You are not weak. You are an unstoppable force, and they will crumble in the face of it. They thought they could break you, but all they did was awaken something far greater, something relentless, something untamed. They thought they could control the narrative, but now you write the story. And this story doesn't end in despair. No, it ends with their world shattered, with their empire reduced to ashes, with you standing tall amidst the ruins, unbroken and unbound. Let them tremble. Let them feel the weight of every choice they made. Because you are not here for revenge, you are here for justice. You are here to reclaim the power they stole, the voice they silenced, the life they tried to destroy. You are here to show them what happens when the hunted becomes the hunter. And as they look into your eyes, they will see it, the fury they created, the strength they could never match, the reckoning they brought upon themselves. You are no longer the shadow they ignored. You are the storm they feared. You are the reckoning they cannot escape. And now the time has come. Not for mercy, not for forgiveness, but for you to rise, to roar, to conquer. You are not their creation anymore. You are your own. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will stand in your way. And now, as the dust settles and their world begins to collapse, you will not stop. No, this is your moment. This is your rise. The fear they feel now is only the beginning, for the echoes of your power will ripple through every corner of their existence. They thought they could bury you, but they didn't realize you are the seed that thrives in darkness. You don't just survive, you grow stronger, fiercer, unstoppable. Every step you take is a warning, a signal that the reckoning is near. You don't need to shout to make them hear. Silence is deafening. Your presence alone is enough to unearth every sin they've tried to bury. They can feel it, the weight of your unrelenting force pressing down on their fragile facade. The cracks are already showing, and soon the entire structure will crumble under the power they tried so desperately to suppress. They built their walls high, thinking they could keep you out. But what they failed to see is that you don't need to break through walls. You become the storm that makes them irrelevant. You rise above their barriers, sweeping through their defenses like a wildfire that cannot be contained. Their plans, their schemes, their lies, they're nothing but kindling for the inferno you've become. And when they look back, when they finally realize the depth of their mistake, they'll see that every wound they inflicted, every betrayal they committed was just fuel for your transformation. They didn't create a monster, they awakened a force beyond their understanding. You are not merely the product of their cruelty, you are the reckoning they never anticipated. Let them try to regroup. Let them try to rebuild. It's too late. Their time is over and yours has just begun. You don't need their validation, their approval, or their pity. You are not here to fit into their world. You are here to reshape it, to destroy what needs to be destroyed, and to create something new, something unstoppable, unyielding, and undeniably yours. This is not their story anymore. It's yours. You are the writer, the architect, the force that will redefine everything they thought they controlled. They will remember your name not as a whisper of regret, but as a thunderous roar that echoes through eternity. So go now, and let the storm within you rage, burn brighter than they ever thought possible. Because you are not just the reckoning, they will come to understand that you are destiny itself. And destiny? It does not ask for permission. It does not wait for the unworthy to catch up. Destiny moves forward, relentless, unstoppable. And you are destiny.